You're always helpful when you're helpful. When you're not helpful, you're not helpful. Wise words of the day. How mad would it be if that thing fired up today?
That'd be good.
Huh? Why this area is free, it makes sense to give it a clean to see what we're working with. What you can actually do is you can put some oil or grease in any area that looks like it's starting to go bad. This looks like, look, it's chipping off. So an oil or a grease or even a bit of paint would bring that back quite quickly, you see. So this would be the time to do it. I'll do the other side from the other side. So what do I want to do here? Probably just some WD. I don't want to go too deep. It's still a cheap bike. I forgot as well, I need to be taking this off. I want to paint it. Yeah, so I think I'll cake that in a WD and a bit of oil. I'll WD all of the joints down there, actually. But I mean, it's not too bad at all. I'm not even going to paint it. It's kind of, it will survive another couple of years with a bit of grease. You're always helpful when you're helpful. When you're not helpful, you're not helpful. Wise words of the day. Alright, so Gary, you've got a battery in there, you've changed the oil, you've put fresh fuel.
No, I haven't put petrol in it. You want to put petrol in?
I got white tops on.
Unless you plan on pissing in there.
I'm pissing right now. I'm pissing right now.
From the...
Can't. Do you know what? I feel like put it in the tank. Yeah. You can't find it in my garage, you know where you are. There you go.
I'm good with hose, you know.
Yeah. Plenty of room.
How much you put in?
I would just put it in if I was you.
All?
Yeah, unless you're putting some in your bike.
I mean, I put a full tank.
Yeah, put it in. You might as well, because over the next few weeks we need to keep firing it up in it to loosen it up. All right, Rajab. In all seriousness, what do you think?
I think.
Will it start?
I think we'll couple. Maybe put the choke on.
Gary,
Yeah.
what do you think?
If it starts, you know, that would be.
I've got a bad feeling about this one.
I think it's gonna start.
I feel like we've messed with so many parts over the years.
There's no exhaust now, you know.
Where's the exhaust?
Oh, I know where the exhaust is.
But would it, does it need the suction to...
A little bit. No, it'd still start. It would just sound loud.
I think you will need to the air filter.
Should we start it with no exhaust?
I mean, we...
On style Gary's gear lever as well.
Are we ready?
Do you think it'll start? Wait, is there a choke? Is there a choke on that?
Yeah.
Is it on?
My feet is very low.
Maybe it's not connected. It does seem connected. Brake light, brake light. Go.
Where's the choke?
It's on, it's on. Go on then.
You're more stronger than man.
It shouldn't have only run on the straight. Not too much, not too
That
much.
much?
Try it, because we want it to run on its own. Go on. Hang on. Hang on, is the fuel on? No. Because it's got 3 settings. Try that. Go on.
Let it run for now.
See, it's
You
right.
talk a lot.
It's only running on that. See if you can keep the revs, see if we can get it cleaned. Is that light? Okay guys, so it's a bit of basic spray work, so you definitely haven't seen me do the process, but you need to try and get every bit of it because, you know, we're trying to seal it and we're trying to make it last a bit longer. As you can see, I taped up the metal plate because it might as well be metal. Yeah, a high temp paint always looks a bit stupid. It just never sits. I think they should make them thicker, but it definitely looks better than pure rusty metal look. I'm going to throw it back on as quick as I can. Look at the bracket, well, or you know, not the bracket. A bit of gloss black on there, and I'll use that because it's pretty cool. I've left it in the sun for it to dry, so I am going to reuse that. And get some WD-40 on any of the bolts that are showing rust and anything, and that will help it stay okay. And then, you know, I'm kind of fairly happy with it. I'm going to leave it alone, piece it back together, and it can kind of go on its merry way. Again, anything like here, any bits of rust, bit of WD-40, that will just help them survive. I'm going to give the forks a bit of a polish. They've got bits of rust showing, so a tiny bit of a clean. Not on the travel area, but above it, and then I'll check it over. I'm going to give it a good polish on its paintwork, and then it's an 800 to 900 pound bike all day long as a runner rider. Now here's the rule. I'm going to try and sell it this week with 3 months MOT, but if it doesn't sell by Saturday, I will of course take it for an MOT and get it a year. And today I'm going to drop the oil and change it because why not? So let's get the exhaust back on. And let's get the oil dropped and changed, and then we'll give it a good buff and clean. And I need to give it a spin first to see that it is running as well as we thought it is. But it's been a daily rider for 4 years. What I just did was drain some stale fuel out of the bowl, and it was stale. Let me just check that this fills up, Gary. Yeah, that's fresh fuel now. So
Let's start up.
we just drained some stale fuel. Give it a minute to fill up though. 1 minute, it's just filling up. That's weird, is there fuel, is there? Put the whole lot in, mate. Because also if it starts, you want it to sit for 10 minutes, let that oil circulate. Alright? I don't know.
Everyone knows you, Charlie. Who's the other guy? Turn up. Oh, Charlie.
He's a nice kid. I built him a little, couple of years back, I did that tiny little blue bike. Do you remember I don't know, pit bike?
Yeah.
And I said to his dad, I said, be careful, you know. It was safe. And then he fell off it and broke his arm. And then he goes, can you fix it for me again? And I was like, no way, you're dangerous. I asked him recently where it is. I wanted to fix it again. Not for him.
For you.
Yeah, for me.
10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's good advice, okay?
Would you guys, you turn off in under 1 minute?
Hang on, are we on? Are we on? Yeah? It will start, you watch. That's amazing. Engine sounds a bit loud. Is there enough oil in it? No, you won't see when the engine's on. We have to let it settle. But when it settled earlier, was it at the top?
No, I top down.
Because the tappets were a bit loud, weren't they? You could just hear them. That's choked off now. I'll give it a good 5 minutes. Right guys, I'm just peeling bits of stickers off and stuff, but I'm going to start it and run it for 3 or 4 minutes so I can drop the oil. I'll feel better if I put fresh oil in. Well, it's great. Try and warm it up enough to drop the oil. So I don't know if the choke's on or off now.
I don't know. It's got an MOT to the phone bar.
So choke, that was choke up. Let's try choke down. That's choke on. Up on. So hang on. That's choke off. So it's happy enough to choke off. I'll let it run for a couple of minutes, drop and change the oil. Let me just check I've got enough left after. That should be plenty warm now, guys. Let's drop it, catch it, and put fresh in. Uh-oh. It's gonna burn. Don't burn, don't burn, don't burn. Move fast, go. Yeah. Clean enough. Yeah, but oil does. Oil's just oil, isn't it?
That's what Daniel's in Laos.
Yeah, he's down by the sea.
It's a far, Charlie.
Yeah, it's right. He'll be surfing or something. I'll let that drip for a few minutes while I soak up the sun.